Hariom,
So,
sir.
Hari Om, all of you, and welcome to the class. Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So just for a recap, not for the seniors, but how many shlokas in Bhagavad Gita are there? Maybe someone who is joined recently, who is there, whom I can ask. Yakshita, how many shlokas are there in Bhagavad Gita? Can you say? Okay. Utsav, how many shlokas in Bhagavad Gita? Any idea? Aloki,
Yes, sir.
how many shlokas in Bhagavad Gita? Okay. Sharav,
Sir, I think 1007.
okay. It is 700. Okay.
Sir, it is
And it
700, I
is
think.
Bhagavad Gita is again, we have seen Pratama Shatkam, Madhyama Shatkam, and Charama Shatkam. So Pratama Shatkam, we are in now. Which Shatkam?
Sir,
Anyone?
Madhyama Shatkam.
Very good. But Pratama Shatkam was from 1 to 6 chapter, which was mentioning about yourself, Tvam. And when we talk about the yourself means Arjuna in this Bhagavad Gita, it's upon Karma Yoga, the duties which we have to perform, and that will only be with your self efforts. Madhyama Shatkam, which we are already in, which talks about Tat, means God. When we say about God, it is Upasana Yoga. And once we know about Upasana and we do that, we get the grace of God. Finally, Charam Shatkam, the Asi, means when the Jivatma in Arjuna and Paramatma in Krishna meets each other because of the Jnana Yoga, the knowledge is transferred. And this is what is mentioned in Charama Shatkam. So if Anvit is there today, we will start with the story of Hanuman. If not, we will go ahead. Is Anvit there? Okay, no. So we go ahead to our last, I think, 7 shlokas. 7.
Yes, sir, 7.
Yeah, so we start with Atit. Atit, you are there. Please start your shloka, chant, and we will chant after you.
Yes, sir. Namaste, everyone. Today I'll be presenting verse 10.36. I would request all of you to repeat after me. Dhyutam chalayatamasmi.
Dyutam chalayatamasmi.
Tejasvinamaham.
Tejasvinamaham.
Jayosmi vyavasayosmi.
Jayosmi
Vyavasayosmi.
vyavasayosmi.
Sattvam sattvatamaham.
Sattvatam.
Thank you, everyone. So the literal translation of this verse is, I am the gambling of chiefs and the splendor of the splendid. I am the victory of the victorious, the resolve of the resolute, and the virtue of the virtuous. So Shri Krishna says that he is the gambling of all chiefs. The next step. So gambling is symbolic of cunningness and risk. Krishna acknowledges that even actions like deceit and manipulation, when used in gambling, are manifestations of his power. This doesn't mean that he endorses deceit. Rather, it shows that he grants his power to the soul, and along with it, he gives the freedom of choice. This is just as electric power can be used both to heat and cool a house. Next, He says that he is the splendor of the splendid. Krishna represents the brilliance and the vitality of those who possess exceptional qualities such as intellectual skill, moral strength, or physical beauty. He is the inner light that makes that splendor possible. Next, Krishna says that he is the victory of the victorious. It is not just the external success, but also the triumph of righteousness, discipline, and self-mastery. Next, he is the resolve of the resolute. Perseverance refers to the dedication and determination required to achieve success, and Krishna is the driving force behind this resolve. Sri Krishna is also the virtue of virtue. The quality of sattva represents purity, virtue, and harmony. He is the essence of this goodness in virtuous beings, highlighting that goodness itself is divine. So there are some key points which we learn from this verse. So the first one is non-duality. This verse tells that Krishna is present in every aspect of creation, from negative things like gambling to the very highest virtue, like perseverance and goodness. So this encourages the seeker, which are us who are learning the Bhagavad Gita, to transcend dualistic judgments of good and bad. Next, we can learn about moral responsibility. We can understand that Krishna is the source of all energy and action. Humans are responsible for just how they use that energy. Gambling and deceit, for example, are not glorified here. Instead, Krishna reveals that even such aspects have their origin in him. The last thing we can learn is equanimity in life. So by understanding Krishna's presence in everything around us, we can develop calm and viewing. We can be calm and we can view success and failure, virtue and vice as part of him. So this verse connects to Karma Yoga and Bhakti Yoga. It teaches us that everything, even challenges and seemingly negative situations, can be seen as a part of God's creation. Thank you, Hari.
Thank you very much, Aunt Atit. Very well explained. That electricity doesn't differentiate when we switch on the electricity for a light or a fan or heater or anything. It is the object that receives the electricity, and that's how it behaves according to the nature. So all of us have a different nature. We have seen in 16, 17 chapter about different ways people are. Some are very active, some are not that active. So God is there in each one of us. But depending upon our nature, if we are not that active and lazy, then what can God do? What can the electricity do when the bulb is not functioning? So this is a very important verse which you explained well. We go to the next verse by Sharo.
Hari Om everyone. I would request you to chant after me. Vrishninam Vasudevosmi.
Vishninam Vasudevosmi.
Pandavanam Dhananjaya.
Pandavanam Dhananjaya.
Muninamapyaham Vyasaha.
Muninam Vyasah.
Kaviram Ushana Kavihi.
Kavinam Ushana Kavihi.
The literal meaning of this verse is, amongst the descendants of Vrishni, I am Krishna or Vasudeva, and among the Pandavas, I am Arjuna. Know me to be Vedavyasa among the sages, and Shukracharya amongst the great thinkers. See, among the Vrishnis, it's the Vrishni Vamsha or the Yadu Vamsha. It is a Vamsha which Krishna belongs to. He says he himself, Vasudeva, is the greatest. You can simply say that he is God's avatara. The Lord resides within him to bring balance to this world. So he is simply the greatest among his lineage. Next slide, sir. Among the Pandavas, he is Arjuna. This is because, first of all, he is the first receiver of the Gita. And secondly, more importantly, Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam. He heard the Gita straight from the Creator's mouth, Krishna's mouth. And he received this from Krishna because he asked. We are learning Gita right now because we were curious. Despite him being a great warrior, he was also a great student. Next slide, sir. Among the sages, Vyasa, because he's the author of the Mahabharata, that includes the Gita, Brahma Sutras, and 18 Puranas. He even compiled the Vedas and made them into 4 parts. Moreover, in the Vishnu Sahasranama's second verse, it is said, Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave. He is an avatar of Lord Vishnu, and Vishnu is an avatar of him. Even more, he contributed and compiled 2 great scriptures of our religion. Number 1 is the Gita, because as I said, he is the one who compiled the Gita and Mahabharata. And number 2, he is the author of the Brahma Sutras. Next slide, sir. And among great thinkers and seers, Kavihi, as he says, it doesn't mean poet, it means this. Shukracharya is also the guru of the Asuras. He mentions him here is because he can see far past what our sense organs can perceive. He's not normal. He can see into the past and the future. He's a great seer. Hari Om.
Thank you very much, Sharo. Nicely explained about each one of them, and especially here, he is mentioning about the many important characters of Mahabharata, isn't it? Vedavyasa, who wrote it, Arjuna, who asked the questions. So all this is mentioned here. Now, coming to the 10.38 verse by Raghav. Raghav, you are there. Go ahead. You are muted, Raghav.
Hello everyone. Hari sir. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Your voice, can you speak loudly or come near to the mic? Very low voice.
Sir, am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hari everyone. So I would request everyone to just chant after me, right? So, Dando Damaya Tamismi.
Dando Damayatamasmi.
Nitirasmi Jigishatam.
Nitirasmi Jigishitam.
Maunam Chevasmi Guhyanam.
Maunam Chaivasmi Guhyanam.
Jnanam Vatamaham.
Jnanam Jnanavatamaham.
Translation and the meaning of this verse. I am just punishment among means of preventing lawlessness and proper conduct amongst those who seek victory. Among secrets I am silence, and in the wise I am their wisdom. So, in this verse, Krishna tells us about his vibhutis in 4 forms. First is the punishment, which is among means of preventing lawlessness or unrighteousness. Punishment, when meted out in a timely and just manner, is an important tool for reforming sinful behavior in people. Even 1 minute of proper punishment for wrong actions and 1 minute of suitable reward for good actions can rectify people's behavior to a large extent. Second is victory. The desire for victory is universal, but those with the strength of character are not willing to sacrifice morals or ethics achieve it. That is the true victory which does not involve sacrifice of morals and ethics. That victory which is won by the path of righteousness signifies the power of God. Third is silence. A secret is that which is hidden from public knowledge for a specific purpose. A secret which is hidden in silence is the greatest. Thus, someone's silence is the greatest secret. Fourth is wisdom. Wisdom is that quality amidst the wise which makes them wise. Wise people can deal with the ups and downs of life by neither being sad or happy. Wisdom purifies, fulfills, satisfies, and elevates one. Thus, it is the core quality of the wise. Now, I have some examples for each of the four vibhutis. Sir, just a second. First one is John Newton, as you can see in the picture. So he was a British slave trader, and Newton later became an abolitionist and clergyman. So how he got this transformation in his life? So after a near-death experience during a storm at sea and personal reflection, he actually regretted for his actions, like in what way he was wasting his life. So because of this punishment, which is a coincidence of God, uh, because of this punishment of his guilt and fear, he coupled with the reward of spiritual forgiveness from his counterparts, which led him to campaign against slavery and write the hymn Amazing Grace. Second is the example for victory. Victory in today's world is mainly being a billionaire, but that is not just the case. Like billionaire Gautam Adani's group on Monday announced its exit from FMCG joint venture. Adani Wilmar sold its entire stake to the Singaporean partner and in the open market for over USD 2 billion in a first major deal since the US bribery indictment, which was very popular in each and every news. So, because his victory was not from the righteous path, now his degradation is visible to the whole world. Second is the silence. So, Mona Lisa, painted by the legendary Leonardo da Vinci in the 18th century, is a big secret which is still unsolvable by the modern world. It does not have some written literature or something which can give us clues, but still it is silent, but still there are many secrets kept in it. Some people say that it has indications for the secret organizations of the secret 16th century. Some people say that it has some indications about aliens and etc etc. And the fourth and the last one is example for wisdom. So Nelson Mandela, he was a very forgiveful personality. So after 27 years of imprisonment, Nelson Mandela chose to forgive those who oppressed him, uniting South Africa during a time of great division. His wisdom lay in understanding that forgiveness was the key to heal a nation. Even in such a happy moment of success, he didn't lose his conscience. Instead, he forgave the oppressors. He managed to remain stable in the situation of bad and good as well. He, along with the other whites, which were the oppressors, he designed a constitution which is still renowned by the whole world. So, next slide. Dhanyavadam, Hari Om, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Sachin sir, for giving me this opportunity and everyone for listening to me patiently.
Thank you very much. Very nicely explained with all the examples about silence, wisdom, victory. So all this you gave good examples. I don't want to repeat it, and we all have understood it. But one thing is punishment. Generally, we take only rewards, but punishment also should be taken as a lesson. So next time, children, when we are punished because of some reason by teacher or parents or whatever it is, take it as lesson from the Lord, because Lord is saying, I am also the punishment for those who do mistakes. Going to the 10.39th verse, Swastik, please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Everyone, please chant after me. Yachapi sarvabhutanam
Yachapi
Yachapi
sarvabhutanam
sarvabhutanam
Bijam tadaham Arjuna.
Bijam tadaham Arjuna.
Natad asti vinayatsyan.
Natadasti vinayasam.
Maya bhutam characharam.
Maya
Bhutam
characharam.
Now the literal translation for this verse goes as the follows. I am the generating seed of all living beings, O Arjuna. No creature, moving or non-moving, can exist without me. The next slide. So this verse given to us by Krishna states now two very important things, which literally reveal the truth about life, our universe, and everything in between. Now, the first one states that he is the generating seed of all life itself. He is the creator of light, light and life, a being we interpret as God in the Bible, Allah in the Quran, Ahura Mazda in the books from Zoroaster, and the Pancha Prameshte in Jainism. It is something that has evolved to become an indispensable part of theological religions. Now, first, I want to clarify something here, which is that this specific role that we have here, the creator of life, apparently, this is found in every single religion, mythology, everything in the world. You even look at things such as the Aztec mythology. There are beings who are said to have created life itself. Next, even here in Egypt and Greece, two very important mythologies which we have studied, probably all of us. In Egyptian mythology, it is believed to be Atum Ra, a being that had first emerged before everything. Before the universe existed, he was. And same but different goes for Prometheus. Prometheus was originally a titan from the Greek mythology who had not participated in the fight between the children of the Titans and the Titans themselves. More rather, he spent his time collecting clay from the grounds of the earth and molding them into small beings whom he later decided to call humans. These are all just aliases of none other than Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Sri Vishnu. And he is present within our beloved Vedanta, the oldest mythological religion to date. Now, next, just as the former part states that he is the generator of all living beings, the latter now states to us that he is, no matter the organism, be it stationary, in motion, archaic or modern, multicellular or unicellular, they all live due to the presence of one person, that being Madhusudana within our bodies. He is the reason we can achieve homeostasis, perform mitosis and meiosis, and also give us the ability to live. Now, I want to relate this to physics by using something which has appeared in almost every single field of physics to date. That is the fundamental forces of physics. Now, currently, there are 4 separate forces that govern every single branch of physics, ranging from electromagnetism all the way to quantum mechanics. The forces being gravitational force, electromagnetism, the weak nuclear force, and the strong nuclear force. Now, most people will know electromagnetism and gravitational force. Many will also know the forces of fusion, fission, and radioactive decay, which we now know as the weak nuclear force. But I think many of us will not know what are gluon bonds or the strong nuclear force. Now, first, I want to start with gravitation. Now, I think everyone who has passed 7th grade at least should know that gravitation was a thing which has existed since way back in the 1660s when Newton first formulated our maths and physics, which had now formed the gravitational rule. Now, as of current, we have not found a carrier particle for gravitational force, like how I'm going to explain in the other ones, which there are. But it is assumed that it is none other than the fabled graviton, a specific molecule which is so heavy that we have not found it yet, but it literally constitutes the gap between bodies. So next slide. Now, the second one I want to explain is the electromagnetic force. Something which has literally so much influence over everything. Relativity, electromagnetism, wave optics, nearby every single type of area you can find has electromagnetism within it. This force is instead of any other important ones, any other important molecules, this is governed by the photon, a molecule which, or a particle, I should say, which is the correct etymology. A photon is a massless particle which has a superposition between a wave and a particle. Now, first, I just want to clarify here that this particle, which is also there, and the wave, these both are two separate things, but are under the same part, which are, they are simply quanti or simply quantized packets of energy. So it has two special abilities, which is not possible for normal bodies. The first one is to travel at the fastest speed that any molecule or particle can. It is c, the speed of light, which is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. And the second one is that according to Einstein's time dilation laws, which if we read properly, should tell us that photons practically do not experience any time, any symbolism of time. Their lifespan to them is just instantaneous. They are born and they are gone. Third, which I want to not go into too much detail, is the weak nuclear force, the force which governs the field of fusion, fission, and radioactive beta decay. Now, it is also the reason why fusion and fission occur. For example, I want to clarify two areas where this happens. Number one, in our sun. If you look at our sun, the outer areas will always have one deuterium, which has one proton and one neutron, and one tritium, which has one proton and two neutrons, collide with each other to form helium-4, which has two protons and two neutrons and one extra neutron. This is required for all of our lives, because without this, there would be no production of photons, there would be no light, no heat, as acceleration of photons literally causes heat. And other than that, our Earth would just be a stray planet. Now, there is also another part which I mentioned, which is radioactive beta decay. Beta decay symbolizes that one neutron from a very unstable atom will literally break down into one proton, one electron, and one antineutrino, or a proton, a positron, which is a positive charged electron, and a neutrino. Lastly is the strong nuclear force. I don't really want to go into too much time on this because it's a very vast topic and it's very difficult to explain, but I'll try my best to easily understand, easily explain it. So we know protons and neutrons, which make up the nucleus of every single atom in the world. So these protons and neutrons, which are infinitesimal, these also have smaller subdivisions. I believe a proton has it has 3 quarks, a neutron also has 3 quarks. To understand quarks, quarks are simply these small positions in point in space and time, which has a specific vibration, giving it a specific value and a specific ability. These are called quarks. And there are 6 quarks, but I'm not going to go into any detail because that will take too long. One is up quarks and 2 are down quarks. These are the only 2 that we need to know. Up quarks are mainly present in both neutrons and protons, and so are down quarks. But the difference is there are 2 up quarks and 1 down quark in a proton, and 1 up quark and 2 down quarks in a neutron. Now, we're not studying about this. We want to know the force between them. That is a gluon. A gluon is a small particle which carries such strength that it holds these three together. There are three separate gluons, but they all hold them at the same strength and are equally strong, yet they make up literally all matter. And so its carrier particle is by no surprise gluons. And thank you everyone for giving me thank you everyone for listening to me nicely. And thank you to Sachin sir for giving me this verse. Hari Om.
Hari Om. So this was explained in the way you like it as a physics student. Let me try to tell that what the meaning of this verse is. I am the generating seeds of all living beings, he tells to Arjuna, Krishna. No creature moving or non-moving can exist without me. Now, for example, there are small kids like Ayush or Ankit. They are very small. We cannot explain them in protons, neutrons, right? So we can tell them that whenever you see a sun, which is miles, no, million miles away from you, if you go near the sun as Hanuman went near the sun, what happened? He was not allowed to reach there because everyone knows if you go very near means even 1,000 miles near, you will get burnt. So God has made gravitational force which keeps each planet and each solar system at its own distance from each away from each other. That itself proves that he is part of every living and non-living particle in this entire universe, or what you say, multiverse or metaverse, whatever maybe in physics it is said. So this is all known to us. Every day we are seeing this. If you are going to school, the school bus which carries you is moving and it is touching the ground. Imagine there is no gravity. The wheels will go on running, but the bus may not reach the destination. So all of you may not sit in one place. So all these weak forces, strong forces, all we can imagine, this is only possible because of the gravitational force on the earth and on in between the planets. So he is the generating seed or that force in all living beings, and not only the moving but non-moving things also, like a table or chair or anything which is non-moving around you, also his the force within them is Krishna. So with that we go to verse 10.40. Utsav, you're there?
Hari Om everyone present here, and I will tell the words and everyone will repeat after me.
Yes.
Nantosti mama divyanam
Nantosti mama divyanam
vibhutinam parayantapa
vibhutinam parantapaha
esha tuddishatah prokto
esha tuddeshata prokto
vibhutir vistaro maya.
vibhutirvistaro maya.
Now the meaning of the verse is, here Lord Krishna is telling to Arjuna that there is no ending of my infinite divine manifestation. And also Lord Krishna is telling that what I have told to you is just a small atomic part of my infinite obedience. Here one was a book was there where it was written that all the trees which are here in the earth, if we make them all pain and all the water in the rivers and ocean, if we make them ink and the sky as a page, we will also not be able to complete Krishna's obedience and the glories. And if you understand this is a physics, that such thing, you travels to a black hole T71 near Earth, and then you enter for it for 2 seconds or 1 second. You will travel 300 or 400 years between it, and you came to Earth and you saw that many upgraded version has came in the Earth. As China has upgraded its 6th generation fighter plane Jing to J10 in nowadays, and USA is 5th generation F-22 Raptor and F-35, and also Russia's have Sukhoi 30 MK and Su-75, and India has only 4.5th generation fighter plane, that's a Dassault Rafale brought from funds. And if you come to the earth after the 400 or 300 years before or after, you will see that many upgraded version has came. You don't know. Also, you are between and among an ocean. You are in the middle, and all thing is water. How you will feel? Krishna is telling to Arjuna in that way that you are what I have told to you, just an atomic part. I have many infinite glories. I can't explain in that. I have made one small version for you to make it understand. Thank you, sir Hariom, for giving this opportunity.
Excellent, Utsav. So nicely you explained about if you can, you are so limited, like if you are in middle of the ocean and you can only see that much part of the ocean. But what about the entire vast ocean, both horizontally and vertically? We all know we cannot fathom the depth of the ocean. Neither we can count the liters of water in the ocean. So that is the glory of Lord Krishna. And what we are learning here is 72 glories. They are representative glories. They are not the entire glories of Lord Krishna. Each one of you, if we consider, is a glory of Krishna because he has made you. He is in every part of you. So once we understand this divineness that is within us as well as everything, then we understand or we can fathom literally that God is cannot be counted or by attributed by anything. So this is well explained by Utsav. Very nicely you told about the stories and how if we can go 400 years back or 400 years further, there will be so many upgraded versions. Even now at this time, China is ahead or USA is ahead of the next generation. Good. We come to the penultimate verse, 10.41. Yakshita, go ahead.
Hari Om everyone. Today I'm going to chant the verse 10.40 I'm going to explain.
Yakshita, your sound is low. Can you come near the mic or I think.
Sure, sir.
Yeah.
Now is it okay? Okay.
Yes, this is okay.
Please chant after me. Yat yat vibhuti mat sattvam.
Yat
Yad yad vibhuti mat sattvam.
Shrimad urjitam eva va.
Shrimadurjitameva va.
Tattevavagacchvam tvam.
Tattadevavagachatvam.
Mama tejo nashaswambhavam.
Mama
Mama tejo
Bhavam.
mahachalam.
So next slide, please. The translation of this verse is whatever you see as beautiful, glorious, or powerful, know it to spring from but a spark of my splendor. So now, first I'm going to explain what I have learned from this verse, then I'm going to read it.
Your voice is gone down. Maybe you come near the mic.
Yeah, the explanation of this verse is everyone likes God, everyone like good thing, everyone likes to be clean. So we should we should be good towards everyone. We should be good. We should see good things. We should do good things. And we should also ponder only the good things from others and magnify them so much. So basically, firstly, the important point is to stop criticizing and stop judging or blaming others. And secondly, not finding defects in anyone, because we we are also having some of the others, some of the other defects. Okay. Electricity flowing through a speaker creates sound, but one who does not know the principle behind how it works may think that the sound comes from the speaker itself. Similarly, whenever we observe extraordinary splendor anywhere, whatever catches our imagination sends us in raptures and infuses us with bliss. We should know it to be but a spark of the glory of God. He is the infinite reservoir of beauty, glory, power, knowledge, and opulence. He is the powerhouse from where all beings and things get their strength. Thus, we must make God, who is the source of all glory, the object of our worship. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Hare.
Thank you very much, Yakshita. We understood that whatever you see around you and you feel that is very powerful, very, very glorious, it is all the small spark from the splendor of God. Like if you see a small diya or a fire, it is just a very small speckle of the sunlight or the spark from the sun itself. So you can imagine if you see anything very beautiful or very splendor, you can imagine what God could be thousands or million times more than that. That's what is the meaning of this verse. Now coming to the last verse by Aditi. Aditi, over to you.
Hari Om. I request everyone to chant after me. Athava bahunaitina
अथवा बहुनैतेन
बहुनैतेन
किं ज्ञातेन तवार्जुन
किं
किं
ज्ञातेन
ज्ञातेन
तवार्जुन
तवार्जुन
दृष्टभ्याहम् इदं कृष्टम्
दृष्टव्याहमिदं
दृष्टव्याहमिदं
कृष्णम्
कृष्णम्
एकांशेन स्थितो जगत्
एकांशेन
एकान्तेन
स्थितो जगत्
स्थितो जगत्.
Thank you. So the literal meaning of this verse is, what use do you have by knowing all these? O Arjuna, I remain supporting this entire universe with a small portion of me. So it is like holding the entire globe with just a small portion of your finger. And that is similar to what Krishna is doing with the universe. So here Krishna says, I am a small fraction, a very small fraction of the entire universe. And all these glories which I have told right now, they are all very minute. In the previous verses, Krishna says, I am tired of listing each and every single glory of mine. So instead, he shows the entire universe in his mouth, the splendor. We can understand this verse with an example. We imagine a giant tree with many branches, leaves, flowers, fruits. Now think of its roots hidden under the soil. Even though you can't see the roots, the reason the entire tree is alive is because of the roots. If the roots isn't there, there's no support. Another example is a big colorful balloon. It's a very huge balloon in whatever shape you desire, and it is filled with air. Krishna is like the air inside the balloon, and the balloon is the universe, expanding and existing because of the fraction of his energy. So, what Krishna is telling to Arjuna here is that God's power is immense, it is so vast, and it is the reason that the existence runs. And these are all very minute things of minute manifestations, but you need not only look, for example, only like lion out of the beasts. Only you need not look at those manifestations alone. You can look at any small or big object, and if you appreciate that, if you look at that as God and thank um thank God and everything, and um if you appreciate that, that is more than enough, and that is one step towards achieving God. So here Krishna tells us that Krishna's power is infinite, and we only see a small part of it in this chapter. And we don't need to understand everything to have complete faith. If you just look at the little small things and appreciate them, that will lead to eventual complete understanding. And everything in this universe is connected through the divine energy. Similarly, I want to say that we are all in God, but God does not get affected. Similarly, the teachings of these divine classes will always remain, even after concluding. They'll always stay with us as a source of life lessons, even after the conclusion. We are extremely grateful to Sachin sir for his guidance and teachings and the all the knowledge he has imparted to us. And I'm pretty sure he has uh, covered the two runas. I mean, uh, almost three, but mainly the Acharya Runa teacher, as a teacher for us, which has been a great experience, and to the society, Lokaruna. You have helped the society, and we are a part of the society in countless ways. So thank you so much, Sachin sir. And we will conclude this chapter with the Shanti mantra. I mean, the concluding shloka. ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे विभूतियोगो नामः दशमोऽध्यायः हरि ओम श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम.
Also, you can chant this mantra for the concluding of our class.
ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि.
Thank you very much, Aditi. It was an excellent conclusion, an excellent way to end this class. I will just stop this and maybe I will, yeah, we can just make it as a discussion for how much time is there. Maybe 5-10 minutes we can discuss. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. Excellent.
Sir, my video is not working.
Yeah, you were running, jumping around, so I stopped it. Now I will on it, okay? Make your video, start your video. Okay. Yeah, so very nice. With this, we all come to end of 10th chapter. And I hope Krishna is with all of you now. We have learned that Krishna is everywhere, means it is including you. Like she gave the example of the balloon and the air filled in it. So we have, all of us has some space within us. That space is occupied entirely by Krishna. So with that, I think today's class and our online classes, for now, we take a break. Break meaning, I think we conclude. Until unless someone really wants to start something good with initiative by the children now.
Sir, I have an idea.
Yeah, tell me. Good.
Whoever can, like, remember, sir, I had started the Sundays with Sharath thing.
Yeah.
Now I had exams, so I decided to pause it for a while. What if instead of the classes, no, same timings this week and all, maybe for less than an hour, but we'll discuss, everyone who wants to participate in this. We can discuss the topics to do. What I'm thinking is,
Okay.
all of us will have different accounts. More accounts, the more chances, according to me. So we could post the same topic and explain it in our own way. Swastik, maybe he could do physics, like that, with your own choice. With your
Wow,
own.
that sounds very good.
So we can do at least monthly once if we have exams or anything like that. And we keep posting and posting, and eventually people will be aware of the knowledge of the Gita.
Very nice. But how do you come to a like, see, the trouble is not about taking the class for me. It is about coordinating. Who will coordinate all this? Is anyone willing to do that?
I could.
Sir, whoever's willing to do it, sir. Because some might be busy. Depends.
Yeah. So what happens is there should be continuity. My idea is if can be continuity. It should not be like sometime suddenly
Some
someone
stop,
says,
some
yeah, that stop
should
should
be
not
at
come.
least once a month.
Satsang should be continuous. It should be a process till we get there. So if among you, the group is on, the group will be on, right? Among you, you can decide how to, like we did for the last 3 months. If someone can take the lead and I can be always there, it will be good.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Sir,
that
I
will be
have
nice.
also an idea.
Yeah,
Suggest.
what is your idea, Utsav?
Sir, I think there will be one group, the same group, and we will also, all of them will be there. If anyone don't mind, they will sell all the current affairs or the updates like GDP, economics, export, import, like the friendly countries, the upgraded version of India and all the defense thing. I think because I gives like I my whole ranking of India is 1 2 or like that. I gives international or national gkgovernment.com from that Google, and I scored very well. I don't think how much score I have scored now because I give the railway and defense quiz.
Hmm. So you're telling about quiz. So someone can
Quiz
be
and
the quiz master. That's what.
they are if anyone have any idea like that the current GDP update, economics, Indian export qualities, that the military ranking like that only.
So how does it come to Bhagavad Gita? How does it correlate with Bhagavad Gita? Can we? How I don't understand this.
No, sir, I am not telling about that Bhagavad Gita. I am telling a separate group only, not in that group.
Oh, okay, okay. Hmm. The idea also is that Sharo was saying that we can correlate with physics, someone like Swastik, or someone will
Also
correlate
with
with
physics, the quantum physics, atomic physics, also like that.
yeah, but it should be always the theme should be about Vedanta or our scriptures. Some people can correlate with temple architecture. That is okay. So what I understand is now that we can have a group which are dedicated children because we had so many small children also. When we want to discuss, it should be like today Swastik told very well about physics, but it is very difficult for Anvit or Ankit, very difficult to understand what he was saying. I could grasp some things, but not entirely. Even after doing physics in 12th, I still could not grasp so many things. So it should be palatable, easily understandable by even children, right? Nayana, what do you want to say? This
So
is a
because
concluding
for me,
class webinar.
I can do it if I want. I can relate it to science. But the problem is getting it to the children because the children are the hardest people to reach.
Yes, yes. Sharav, you want to say something? Sharav.
As you were saying, it could be difficult for this, but
Hmm.
one more aim of different accounts and different ways of explanation
Hmm.
is it gets to different type of people. So suppose there are more people like Swastik who are very indulged in science and physics, who would really love to speak about it or hear it. When they hear the idea of God related with physics, they might feel intrigued and start studying in this.
Okay.
If it is someone for children, someone who
Hmm.
can give very nice examples,
Hmm.
simple ones,
Hmm.
it could reach that kind of audience. So different accounts also means different audiences.
Different accounts, you mean by Instagram and Facebook, like that?
Sir, any social media, we just have to keep.
Social media. Okay, okay, okay. Okay.
So different people can approach different audiences.
Okay. So you mean we start meeting once in a month, and but someone speaks on some topic which can be uploaded in their accounts. That's what you say?
Sir,
That's
yeah,
what
we choose a general topic and we explain it in our own way.
okay. So that's what you are what I understood is that we meet once in a week. Someone takes the lead about the meeting from you, and then that day the person comes with a topic which is totally different, correlating with Bhagavad Gita or scriptures, isn't it? That's what I correctly understood, is it?
Yes,
And
we
and
can.
we upload that in the different accounts of everyone. Like someone who spoke, he can upload in his own account. Is it correct?
So not like that. He's saying that we like take up like different streams, Swastik can take up like science of the Bhagavad Gita. Aditi can give like simple examples of for kids. Sharav can go more into the scriptures. Like that, we make different accounts, but the
Okay.
topic is the same. We are
Okay.
explaining like the same topic. Where like take some one verse
Ah,
and like we explain the same topic, but like
wow.
different.
That will be nice. I'm really liking the topic.
So
What Aditi?
like
Is it?
Swasti goes into physics for the physics and science. Aditi like can explain to small
So
children
then I can
because
go
he has very good
one.
examples. And then Sharav can take up his own stream and like I can take up my own stream like that he's saying.
Okay, I got it. So it will be a different, the same verse, but maybe in different ways
Not
explained by different people.
exactly verse like like you can't take one verse
Okay.
like you some verses like pretty direct. So like
Okay.
a couple of verses, like 10-15 verses at once, and then
Okay.
explain it, like chant it, and then explain it like in that one stream.
Okay. Now I got it.
A good idea. I mean, in today's class itself, I think the word swastik he talked about, I had a completely different perspective. He had a
Hmm.
completely different view. So, when many multiple views come, I think
Hmm.
the audience will have something to, think about and like do their homework on. They can
Oh,
contemplate on that and like,
nice.
Yeah,
Very
because
nice idea.
another thing that reaches is the different levels of audience.
yeah.
Because suppose like more science like people can tune into more science like areas. More people who prefer going to more areas which prefer the scriptures instead or theology.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
And
Nice.
also we can add
Divakar.
space.
Divakar
Also we can
sir.
add space science.
You are
So also
understanding
we
what they are trying to tell.
No, I had just nipped out because I was also on a.
This is a very interesting thing they're saying. We come together maybe once in a month and they will speak on one topic, but in a different angle. Like Swastik can say on physics, Aditi can give
and
some
I can say on the
examples,
space. So I can on space.
Utsav can speak on space or something economics.
So
Yeah,
I think
I think the group
Defense.
should get going. I think
Okay. Hmm.
one way or the other,
Okay.
because you have created such a fantastic platform, and knowingly or unknowingly, they all connect with each other. And
Yes.
where you were the epicenter. So maybe even one small Shanti, one shloka with meaning, and then whatever topic they want to talk.
Okay.
Eventually, it can even
Sounds
take to some other discourses, something else also.
sounds good.
Is a proper satsang for them at this age, which
And
is,
at their understanding, their level.
and I think it's a much needed, companionship they will need at this time. It's a satsang grounded with fantastic values. And thanks to you for, creating and nurturing it, all through. So the group should somehow continue. I
Got it.
agree. I agree, and I think that's a great thought. They want to even meet up once a month, maybe first Wednesday or whatever, first Thursday of every month,
Okay.
and take it so that they also will be in touch.
Done. So
Maybe
anyway, we have this seniors group. I will now write down in that. Maybe Nayana, Aditi, Sharav, Swastik. These four people, I think they can make on every Thursday. They can take on their own which Thursday they want to take off. Like next is March. Okay.
Sir, I
Then
want to be there.
I didn't get you, Utsav.
Sir, I want to be in that group. I will share the
Yeah,
science
yeah,
and
I will
space
add you in
to.
the group. I will add you in that group. Definitely. Sure, sure. Anything else? Anyone?
so next week.
Hi, Sachin.
Hi, Panaga. Yes.
Hi, Sachin.
Hello.
First of all, so nice to see you. And actually, we have not been able to be a part of the classes. Come here, Anand. Finally, because he started flute classes about 6 months ago, and
Mhm.
it's the same timing as these classes, so we
Yeah.
couldn't continue.
Okay.
But I just want to thank you for initiating him like a couple of years ago into these classes and into the Bhagavad Gita, and he also got the opportunity to present a few things, and it's just immense gratitude to you for nurturing all these children and in instilling these values so early, which I'm sure will help them make the right decisions at all times in their life. So immense gratitude and respect, Sachin. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. And it is all, hello. And it
Yeah,
is
yeah,
all
Sachin.
our, it's all blessings of Guruji, Hegde sir. All goes to him, you know.
Sure. Yes.
So we intend to keep this on every. This is what is the children's. I think it's good idea. Now
Mm-hmm.
this will be taken over by the kids, and
Mm.
those who are seniors, they will come up with different ideas that Saro and Nayana and Swastik, all they were ready to take. So maybe
Mm-hmm.
I will discuss in the seniors group and then put it in the other group. Once in
Yeah,
a
yeah.
month is what they are. But
Mm-hmm.
my only worry is once in a month, what happens is they miss that 1 month also, then it will be 2 months once they will meet. Or
Correct,
if they miss
correct.
two times, it will be 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
that's why I was strict in keeping every week. So there is no
correct.
question about when to meet. I have
Yes,
seen
Yes,
that
yes.
once you say once in a month and you miss
Mm.
that month, it becomes 2 months. And if you miss
sir.
2 months, it becomes 3 months and it just goes
True.
away. So let us see.
Correct.
I'm okay. I'm very happy to meet everyone
Mm.
once in a month, no problem.
Sir,
Sir,
what I
Mm.
feel like is that instead of just taking one Thursday every week, because someone may take up new
Alternate
classes,
Thursdays.
new sessions, what if instead we take a generally accepted time at the start of the month, or we take a specific set of times where everyone is free and we can check in and just meet each other, see what we're gonna do, what we can take, like a quick session. Like we can talk to each other, understand what
Correct.
we're gonna
30
do,
minutes
what
or
each of us are going to understand. So I feel like this will be much more efficient.
Okay. So let us discuss now. It's already 9. So please put your thoughts on the group, seniors group. Okay. And then we come conclude. Okay.
okay,
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Hariom sir.
Hari Om.
Hariom, sir.
Hariom
Hari Om.
sir.
Hari Om.
Hariom sir.
Bye bye. Bye bye, all of you. See you. Namaste.
See you.
Thank you, all of you, to join. Hari Om.
Thank you,
Namaste.
End
sir.
the meeting.
Hari Om sir.
Bye.
Hari Om
Hari
sir.
Om.